Okay, so overall, I thought these photos were very good, as I didn't really find any of them too flat or anything, and I really liked the subject matter that you chose. Um, my favorite one would probably this one. I think it best fits the assignment. It shows strong composition as the focal point. I feel like it's a little off center, and most great photography it follows the rule of thirds, where the subject of the photo is either on the outer third or either outer third on the left or the right. And I find the subject the middle of the little flower right here, and that kind of falls in the outer third, I believe. And it shows strong pattern in the rows of the plants and carries your eyes across and shows depth by having the trees in the background, but also having the wall in the front. Another one I think that's really good would be the other landscape one. This one, I again like the image you chose and the perspective you chose to take this of. The reflection I feel like adds a lot of depth to it, and the people at different distances helps, as well as the different colors of the balls in the water. Um, I guess to make it a nice even top three, my next favorite would be, or I think best fits, is, well, I like these two. I like how you show different angles of a similar background, and the snow is very pretty. But again, this one kind of follows the rule of thirds and carries your eye across the image, like how the first two I addressed did. Um, yeah, the trees, the colors in the sky and the trees again in the background are showing depth, which I think helped a lot. Um, one, a couple I guess I would call weaker might be the honestly, I found the plain ones and the different tools like this kind of cool. But maybe if you chose a different perspective, I would like went around the other side and like captured like maybe outside. I'm assuming this is like a garage or like barn area. Not really sure what this is, to be honest. But maybe that would allow, or maybe just like off center it again. Like I was mentioning earlier, the rule of thirds would help this one become a stronger image. And um, this one as well, as like maybe if you put something else in there to carry the image, like maybe a little bit more forward, like maybe include the lamp next time or something cute that could be on the table as well, could help bring this image up as well. Maybe like lighting, because the shadows kind of are weird to me. um I really like this one as well. It kind of will be a top one because I really like all the outside scenes that you chose to do, because that's a really easy way to show depth and composition in a photo, as it usually includes multiple subjects and there's like a foreground and a background that's clearly defined. This one I feel is also really strong too, again because of the reflection and the shadows, placement of that. This one I would consider one of the weaker ones as well, because you can't really see since it's dark outside. All the background is completely cut out. I feel like if this was taken during the day, it could have been a great example, because you can't see the top half of the picture. This is all completely cut out, and there's nothing in the foreground to like really catch your eye and really consider this a strong work of photography. This one, I feel like it's missing like a subject matter. Like I get the point of the lamp, but I know it'd be kind of weird to like have a little bug there or something. Or maybe if you like again just chose a different angle, something just like to fill this space, because it just falls very flat. But I guess the lines do help it become stronger, as it does push the image forward. And I know lines and patterns are important, so that's why I didn't consider this the weakest. Um, I appreciate the food pictures as well, because they kind of give you it's like you think farther than just the photo itself. You kind of think of the environment, like, you know, the restaurant you're in. Clearly, there's someone you're with, so like just the whole like story and picture is painted, I guess you could say. I like the sushi because that shows good pattern and like lines because it flows with the grains of the wooden grains of the table. I like the pictures of the animals you chose. This cat, and I guess the dog as well, because you chose like a clear subject matter. Maybe if it was zoomed out a little bit more, I feel like it would make it a stronger piece. Like, or and also angle it a little bit differently to catch more than just like the cat that smacks like right in the middle. I like this one because of the background behind the words, and I just like how clear and crisp the wording in the card. I'm assuming this is a card is itself, and I feel like the shadows on the bird kind of enhance it a little bit. I know that's probably just like you taking the photo, but I feel like it actually does help the piece become a little stronger, like in here. This one I feel like is also pretty good as far as composition goes because again, like pattern is really important in the lines within the bricks and the lines of the railing itself, and how bright it is and like clear the images I appreciate. I liked how you got multiple angles of the one in the candle, but again, I feel like there's a lot of empty space in this. Like the pattern does fill it, but since it also makes the object look so much smaller than it actually is, and it enlarges an already very broad empty space. And I don't prefer this angle of it because there's not much here. It's kind of just an orange circle and lost inside the pattern of the countertop. So maybe if something else was in the image, if maybe, I don't know, different lighting, so that way you could kind of see the flame, would help that one become stronger. This one is alright. I like I don't know if that's shadows or the patterns on the carpet / rug. But an angle, I feel like a different angle, maybe to highlight like the circular staircase, which I think is really cool in the background. And like also catch the chandelier and the lights would make this like, it would step it up a couple notches to make it, you know, enhance the composition, and something I think that would really get you an A. This one I feel like also would be better with a different angle, maybe like not completely over it, but like just angle it down some, not where you're almost at eye level, like slightly above eye level, to where you could still see inside like the peppercorns. I feel like it's kind of cool, and maybe moving the I think the thing you crush it with. I don't know if that's called the motor or the pedestal, honestly. But if you maybe angled that a little bit differently, did something with that, especially since they're both like marble. I kind of like how that actually goes together, but I feel like adjusting the position of it would actually help. I like this one. I like the steam in it. Again, it kind of gives you a warm, like homey feeling. Like you're cooking, making a good meal, good times around it. Again, maybe a different angle might help, but I really like around the pots is really good. Like maybe from like the side, a little bit lower. I feel like those are better angles to show composition and like elongate the photo and kind of get a feel for the environment that it's taken in. But overall, I think you did a really good job. This one's really cute, actually. And the patterns in the water actually help move you throughout the picture. Yeah, I do like that one. I actually like the waves caused in it. But again, overall, I think this was a really good portfolio, and there were some really strong elements of composition displayed in it. I would just suggest, again, some of the photos that different angles be used to strengthen your composition. But really good job.